Better pack your Speedos, cause that's the only way to legally swim in France. Hello everyone, and welcome to FinnaTravel. Today we're going to prepare you for your next trip with our pick of the top 10 countries with weird laws. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of our upcoming videos, and check the description below for links to book your next trip. Number 10. Building sandcastles is illegal in Spain. We've covered Spain before as one of the best places to visit for a vacation, and we still stand by that. Spain has no shortage of incredible tourist attractions, such as the mighty Sagrada Familia Palace in Barcelona, the #1 tourist attraction in the country. Seriously, this place looks like a fantasy location straight out of a video game. Be warned though, when visiting beaches in certain areas of Spain, we advise you to avoid any temptations of building a sandcastle, as it's illegal to do so. Building any sand structure in Levante Beach, for example, can land you a fine of up to 150 euros. So if you're eager to make that epic sandcastle for your TikTok video, maybe don't do it in Spain. Number 9. Chewing gum is illegal in Singapore. Despite its diminutive size, measuring in at just about half the size of London, Singapore is a tourism marvel. It crams a truly mind-bending amount of places to visit and things to see in its humble territory, not the least of which is the architectural marvel, the Marina Bay Sands. The largest cantilevered platform in the world, it packs a casino, shopping malls, restaurants, and many other things within its walls, making it a prime destination for any trip to Singapore. But before you buy your ticket, be sure you don't have any chewing gum. In 1992, Singapore outlawed all chewing gum due to rampant issues of people not properly disposing of their used gum, with the exception of nicotine and therapeutic gums. So yeah, don't be blowing any bubbles in Singapore, or you might get fined or jail time. Number 8. Men with mustaches cannot kiss a woman in Nevada. Viva Las Vegas! If you know anything about Nevada, Vegas surely popped into your mind. The gambling capital of the United States, Nevada's Las Vegas is sometimes referred to as the most entertainment-filled 2.5 miles in the world. At night, the city is like a kaleidoscope of neon lights designed to attract people from around the world. Not into gambling and nightlife? Fear not! Nevada has plenty to do for the less city-dwelling folk, such as the sparkling blue Lake Tahoe in the Sierra Nevada mountains and the Rhyolite ghost town, which gives a glimpse into the era of gold mining and has even been used as a backdrop for many movies, such as The Island starring Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. But if you're a man who likes to keep a well-groomed mustache, you might be disappointed to find out that the town of Eureka, Nevada has outlawed men kissing women if they're sporting facial hair. This law dates back to the 1800s, and while it's hardly, if ever, enforced, it has still survived to this day. Talk about antiquated. Number 7. Cell phone cameras must be audible when taking pictures in South Korea. Since the end of the Korean War in the 1950s, South Korea has flourished into a fantastic getaway location for any traveler. Far from its bleak and restrictive northern counterpart, South Korea features a bucket load of vibrant places to visit. From the stunning capital of Seoul, the country's economic and tourism hub, to the cultural marvels of Busan, where there is something for everyone in this majestic land. And who can forget that infamous song? Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Just make sure that when you're taking pictures, you've got your shutter sound on. In 2004, South Korea outlawed taking photos without an audible camera sound as a way to discourage unwanted photography. In particular, the government was trying to put an end to the practice of upskirting. Interestingly enough, most South Koreans think people should be allowed the freedom to choose if they want the noise on or not. But for better or for worse, this law remains on the books. So make sure you have that shutter sound on when you're taking your dazzling vacation photos. Number 6. Climbing trees is illegal in Canada. Oh, Canada, the maple syrup capital of the world. But besides making your pancakes taste better, Canada offers some incredible tourist attractions for those looking to tap into their inner nature lover. From the roaring waters of the Niagara Falls to the vividly beautiful hiking trails of Vancouver Island and Newfoundland's Gros Morne National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Canada is a paradise for those looking to disconnect from the modern world and seek refuge in the arms of nature. But don't put climbing trees on your list of nature activities if you visit Oshawa in Ontario, as doing so could get you in trouble. Their reasoning? This law was put in place to prevent unable citizens from trying to act like Spider-Man. Okay, while we understand the safety reasons for why this might pass,
I think I broke my ribs.
are they hiding something? Maybe Spider-Man is real! Number 5. Swearing is prohibited in the United Arab Emirates. When it comes to the Middle East, not everyone conjures the most positive images, especially with recent events. But the United Arab Emirates stands as a beacon of hope for a better future and a truly majestic vacation destination. It's also the home of Dubai, one of the fastest growing cities in the world. This golden standard of tourism features countless attractions such as Ferrari World, where you can experience luxury without the price tag, and the Capitol Gate, which to this day is still the world record holder of the furthest leaning building. But within all of that ostentatious opulence lies strict rules on conduct, including an outright ban on swearing. If you're caught cursing in public, especially the F-bomb, you could face jail time or deportation. So if you tend to curse like a sailor, you might want to tone it down a bit while in public so you don't find yourself behind bars. Number 4. Married women may only have 1 glass of wine in Bolivia. Bolivia is a treasure for those who want to take a trip that will make them feel like an archaeologist. The country is littered with ancient ruins, giving a glimpse into a world long forgotten, such as the ruins of Tiwanaku, an important precursor to the ancient Inca Empire. Bolivia is also home to the famous salt flats of Salar de Uyuni, which we covered in a previous video as one of the most mind-bending places to take a photograph. However, if you're a married woman, there are some bizarre laws in Bolivia, most notably one that only allows 1 glass of wine when dining at a restaurant or bar. Bolivians were of the impression that women would become too flirtatious when inebriated, and while it is true that people may act differently when drunk, this law is definitely one of the more sexist on the list. Who says men don't become flirty when intoxicated? Number 3. Kissing is illegal in Guanajuato, Mexico. We've previously discussed Mexico as the home of over 1,000 pyramids, and home to the world wonders of Chichen Itza and Teotihuacan. Mexico is an archaeological treasure sure to make you feel like you're stepping into the past. Guanajuato is also a prominent attraction with its vibrantly colored haciendas and is the home of the Kissing Alley, where it's rumored that kissing your loved one here will prevent 7 years of bad luck. But don't let anyone catch you doing this, as a law was passed which bans public kissing in Guanajuato. Of course, this law was met with much resistance and was even thought to be a distraction from the waves of terror and violence from drug cartels which plagued the country. But this law is still on the books, so if you and your partner want to share a sweet kiss, either wait till you get to your hotel room or make sure no one is around. Number 2. Wearing swim trunks is illegal in France.
Vive la France.
France needs no introduction when it comes to tourism. As one of the most visited countries in the world, France is often a standard when it comes to travel, from the majesty of the Eiffel Tower to the exquisite cuisine and nightlife. However, if you're a man and you want to go swimming in a public pool, you'll need to get yourself a Speedo because swim shorts are illegal in France. The reason French lawmakers passed this archaic law in 1903 was hygiene. Apparently, they thought that swim shorts would be worn as regular shorts for everyday activities, while most people in their right mind wouldn't dare saunter around in a Speedo except at a pool. So if you're not one with the water undies, you'll have to sit on the side of the pool. Before we unveil our absolute weirdest law, be sure to subscribe and click the bell for more travel tips and videos. Number 1. Running out of gas on a highway is illegal in Germany. Germany is a land full of history and culture and has some of the coolest tourist attractions in all of Europe. The Schloss Neuschwanstein Palace is regarded as one of the greatest royal castles in Europe, a real-life fairy tale palace. For a glimpse into the history of Soviet rule, visit the remnants of the Berlin Wall for a reminder of how we can never repeat the times they represent. For a fantasy town straight out of a fairy tale, head up to the Black Forest for breathtaking hiking, skiing, and even spa treatments at Baden-Baden. However, if traveling by car, keep an eye on your tank because running out of gas on the highway in Germany is a crime. Germany considers people who can drive to be responsible enough to make sure they don't run out of gas, and running out on the highway can land you a hefty fine. Do you know of any other weird laws? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and check out this video of the top 10 countries where Americans are not welcome. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.